Good morning to all of you. Dear students, as you know, our nation Glimpses of India in English is going on, and today we have to study its third part, Tea from Assam, that is written by Arup Kumar Datta. Arup Kumar Datta. This lesson is third part of Glimpses of India. Dear students, in this chapter, in this part, we have to study about a famous beverage, tea. In this chapter, there are two boys. One is Pranjal and second one is Rajbir. Both of them are fast friends. They are studying in the same school at Delhi. They are going to visit the tea area in Assam. And now let us start what they were talking about this famous beverage about tea in this chapter. Dear students, the story revolves around the history and discovery of the famous beverage tea. It begins from the scene where two friends, Pranjal and Rajbir, said to go to Assam, Pranjal's hometown. When a tea vendor asks them if they would like to have same freshly made tea, they buy 2 cups, joining other persons in their compartment. Dear students, afterwards Pranjal started reading his detective books while Rajbir decides to enjoy the scenic beauty. There were soft green paddy fields followed by bushes. Rajbir is very excited on seeing such large plantations of tea, but Pranjal is unable to match the same level of excitement because he was born and brought up in Assam. That's why he was not interested to look the sceneries through outside of the train surrounding him. Let us start the lesson according to passage. Dear students, tea from Assam. Pranjal, a youngster from Assam, is Rajbir's classmate at the school in Delhi. Pranjal's father is the manager of tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjal has invited Rajbir to visit his home during the summer vacation. Already I had informed you about this that both of them were fast friends. They were studying in the same school at Delhi, and Pranjal has invited to his fast friend Rajbir to go his home during the summer vacation. Now, when they were going to start their journey on the platform, they heard a tea vendor was selling the tea, crying like that, chai garam, garam chai. A vendor called out in a high-pitched voice, very high-pitched voice. The tea vendor was shouting the words chai garam, garam chai. He came up to their window and asked them, chai saab. That tea vendor came near the window of both the boys and asked about chai or tea. Then Pranjal said, give us 2 cups. Give us 2 cups. They sipped the steaming hot liquid Almost everyone in their compartment was drinking tea too. Do you know that over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world? Rajbir said. As well as the tea vendor gave 2 cups of tea to them. Other people who were in that compartment, they were also drinking hot tea. Just then, Rajbir said to Pranjal, if he came to know over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world. You exclaimed Pranjal, tea really is very popular. Tea really is very popular because he was excited to listen this. The train pulled out of the station. Pranjal worried his nose in his detective book again. Rajbir too was an ardent fan of detective stories, but at the moment he was keener on looking at the beautiful scenery. After this event, train started from the station. Pranjal began to start reading of detective books again. Rajbir, he himself was also very keen for the detective books, detective stories, but at the moment he was not interested to read these type of detective stories, but he was busy in looking the beautiful scenery outside. It was green everywhere. Rajbir had never seen so much greenery before. Then the soft green paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. Everywhere there was greenery. Wherever they saw, they found this. And already Rajbir had not seen so much greenery before it. Then the soft green paddy fields were on the way to the tea bushes. Wherever the tea bushes were there, everywhere there was soft green spaces, paddy fields, etc. It was a magnificent view against the backdrop of densely wooden hills. A sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. Drafting the teeny tea plants were tall, sturdy shade trees, and amidst the orderly rows of bushes, usually moved doll-like figures. Everywhere there were tea bushes of looking against the backdrop of densely wooded hills. A sea of tea bushes were there. Means the tea bushes were stretched here and there, dwarfing the teeny tea plants were tall, sturdy shade trees, and amidst the orderly rows of bushes, busily moved doll-like figures. The tea bushes were making other plants as dwarf distance. After looking that scenery, it felt that everywhere there was only greenery. In the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of tall chimneys. After some time, they found that meanwhile, in the bushes of trees, they found an ugly building with smoke billowing out of the tall chimneys. Hey, a tea garden! Rajbir cried excitedly.